Alopecia areata is a fairly common form of hair loss and can be caused by a number of factors. Firstly, we'll look a little at the condition itself and then look at the treatments available. When most people consider alopecia, they think of it as complete baldness. However, that's only the case in a very small number of sufferers. The condition's usually characterized by small, rapidly forming patches of hair loss. Often these clear up on their own in just a few months, but for lots of people the patches stay and also increase in size. For a handful of people, the condition develops into total baldness, and sometimes it affects the whole body. Alopecia totalis, total hair loss on the scalp, and alopecia universalis, total body hair loss, are very difficult to treat. However, there is some good news. In all forms of alopecia areata, the hair follicles aren't damaged, they're merely lying dormant. All these conditions can be either temporary or permanent. Unfortunately, no one's sure exactly when and why the hair comes and goes. Many people experience unexpected hair growth, but for some, baldness will remain. There's much more hope though for milder forms of alopecia. There are options successful in clearing up patches of hair loss. We'll discuss this later in this film. So what causes alopecia areata? Well, it's thought to be an autoimmune disorder. So in the case of alopecia, this means the body's germ-fighting cells attack the hair follicles as if they were a bacteria or a virus. This reaction causes the immune system to stop the hair from growing. What's not clear is exactly why the immune system does this. However, factors such as illness, medication, or stress can trigger the reaction, but there isn't always an obvious answer. So what are the treatment options? Well, there are a number of treatments that in our experience can help alopecia. However, none have been medically licensed to treat the condition. Firstly, minoxidil. This is a non-invasive liquid or cream applied to the scalp. It's licensed for the treatment of genetic hair loss, but not alopecia areata. However, it's well known that minoxidil can grow hair back successfully for those experiencing milder, patchy forms of alopecia where under 50% of hair has been lost from the scalp. Minoxidil is usually available in 2 or 5% liquid form, but the Belgravia Center offer a 12.5% minoxidil cream that can be easily applied to the alopecia patches. Steroid injections to the scalp can also be effective for mild to moderate forms of patchy alopecia. But how do they work? Well, steroids attempt to suppress the local immune reaction, causing the hair follicles to begin growing hair again. The procedure consists of several injections into the bald patches about 1 centimeter apart from each other and is usually carried out about every 4 to 6 weeks. The downside is that the injections are limited by pain, so if the bald patch is too big, steroid injections may not be possible. For more extensive forms of alopecia, topical immunotherapy may be the only option for promoting regrowth. It's a treatment only offered by certain dermatologists, as the potential benefits do come at a cost. The aim of the treatment is to irritate the scalp so the skin reacts in the same way as an allergy. The dose is gradually increased week on week to heighten the irritation, and eventually this can distract the process of alopecia and cause hair to begin to grow. The obvious downside to topical immunotherapy is the reaction to treatment. Eczema-like symptoms, itchiness, flakiness and scaling of the scalp are to be expected, but also blistering and enlarged lymph nodes are common. In some cases, the effects can be so great that treatment will have to be stopped. If you'd like to find out more about alopecia and how Belgravia has helped hundreds of people correct this condition, go to belgraviacenter.com. Just use the search bar to search the site. You'll also find the world's largest online collection of photos taken before and during treatment, so you can see the kind of results that can be expected from Belgravia's treatment combinations. Don't forget, Belgravia's help and advice is available by visiting their London centre for a free consultation, or by completing an online diagnostic form for details of a home-use treatment course anywhere in the world.
It was all very sudden. It was something I just discovered one day. I touched my scalp and there was a bald patch. It was probably the size of about a 50p piece. I started noticing the difference in about 3 weeks. It was that quick. There's probably about a pea size left in my scalp, so I'm happy. Happy customer.